Hi, my name is Avery, I like books, and I've never done a book tag. I guess that ends today because I'm gonna be doing something from a million years ago, apparently. The Burn, Rewrite, or Reread book tag, which is like F, Marry, Kill, but with books, kind of, yeah. And so I wrote, I don't know how many, but I wrote basically every single book that I read this year in here, and then also some other like favorites and least favorites. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. Let's go. So the first three I have By Your Side by Casey West, Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, and Private by Kate Bryan. So I don't know where Private is, but I have the second book. So yeah, so the three books were By Your Side by Casey West, Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, and Private, but whatever. This is easy. It's Burn. I would burn Private because that book was trash. But these two are hard because I love this book. It's my first Casey West book, and then I love this book. It's one of the only classics that I've like loved. But you can't rewrite this because this book is genius. This book is amazing. So I think I'm going to be rereading Brave New World, and I'm going to be rewriting something about By Your Side. I don't know what I would rewrite about it. Maybe add more because I liked the story. Maybe. Yes, that's what I would do. So yeah, that's what I'm doing for those three. The second time, the first book is Illuminated by Amy Kaufman and J. Kristoff. One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. And then Bridge to Terabithia. Okay, so I don't know where Bridge to Terabithia is at, but one of the books is Bridge to Terabithia. The other one is One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. And then Illuminated by Amy Kaufman and J. Kristoff. This one's difficult because, okay, so Bridge to Terabithia is a classic, and it's really good, and yeah. And then I also really liked both of these books. This book was really easy for me to know what was happening. Like, it's supposed to be mysterious, but it wasn't mysterious for me. But I wouldn't want to rewrite any of them. None of them. I guess I'm going to have to burn this book. One of Us is Lying, because that's what I'm least attached to. I think I'm going to have to reread Illuminated. And I guess rewrite Bridge to Terabithia. Maybe make it longer because that book had so much potential and I want to know what happened after the event. The thing that occurred. Doesn't make sense to anyone who doesn't know what that book is, but whatever. Number 3. The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. Restore Me by Tahara Mafi. And Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. And Restore Me by Tahara Mafi. Okay, this one's easy for the burn. I would burn Restore Me. In other circumstances, I would have greatly liked to rewrite it, but not gonna happen because the other two books are way better. No offense to the Shatter Me series, I love that series, but the fourth one was fan fiction. It wasn't a book, it wasn't part of the series. Okay. Now, I don't know how anyone could ever rewrite this book. This book is like, this book is beautiful. This book is beauty itself. This book is one of the like, it's nonfiction, but it's like, it's not nonfiction. It reads so well. Mitch Albom is such a good writer. I can't rewrite this. This book is getting reread. I love this book. But I also love this book, which I guess is gonna have to get rewritten, but this is probably my favorite young adult contemporary ever. And I've read a ton of young adult contemporary. I would rewrite it I don't want to say again in the way that I carry out the story more, but I want to know what happened at the end of the epilogue, because the epilogue left so many, like, things in my heart wanting. Because, like, this book's way better than everything, by the way. Just gonna put that out there. Round 4. The Gospel According to Larry by Janet Tashian. Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. And Pushing the Limits by Katie McGarry. Why do my bookshelves have to be in such different places? Okay, well, I don't know where the Gospel According to Larry went. Whatever, I'm gonna burn that. Wait, what was the third book? Oh yeah, I'm burning The Gospel According to Larry by Janet Tashian. That book was bad. Like, like half of it was okay, and the rest of it was just, like, gross. It was the worst. I knocked over my tripod trying to get Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody, which I would reread. This book was phenomenal. My favorite book that came out in 2018 by far. This book was so good, and I wasn't even expecting it. Like, it was an Owl Crate book, so, like, wow. I didn't think it would, I didn't even know it was coming out, and then it came out, and I was just shook, and the second book's coming out next year, and I'm so excited. And then I'm going to be rewriting Pushing the Limits by Katie McGarry, which I don't own because I borrowed it from the library online, so that book's gonna get rewritten somehow. I don't know. Maybe I'll make Beth not be in it. Yay. A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. And Me and Earl and the Dying Girl by Jessie Andrews. So here we have Me and Earl and the Dying Girl by Jessie Andrews. Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. And Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. I think 2 of these are conclusions to a series, and one of these is one of my favorite books of all time. I want to reread Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, even though the humor's stupid, and I know it's stupid. It's the funniest book I've ever read. So, like, I know it's meant, like, 5th grade boy humor, but this book was so good. Okay, I'm rereading Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. I can't burn this book, because this book is, like, but I can't burn this book. But I also didn't like this book that much. But I also didn't love this book that much either. I think I gave them both 4 stars, which was good because I love the rest of the series, but these, like, their conclusions were shoddy. I don't know. Well, if I burn this book, then Feyre still gets with the person I want her to get with. So, I'm gonna burn you and rewrite you and make your ending so that Alina gets to be with someone else who I prefer over the person she ends up with. Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe. When You Reach Me by Rebecca Steed, my favorite book of all time. And Shatterby by Tahara Mafi. Okay, I'm rereading When You Reach Me. This can't be changed. This is the best book ever. I don't know why I love it so much, but this book is... I love this book. This book is my favorite book ever. Ever. And I've read a ton of books. So, okay. Shatter Me and Aristotle and Dante. Because if Shatter Me doesn't exist, then Unravel Me doesn't exist, then Ignite Me doesn't exist. Or could they be separate from each other? Could we start with Unravel Me and not have a Shatter Me? Then we wouldn't have the atom parts of Unravel Me. That's promising. I guess then I'll be burning Shatter Me, because I don't like Adam. And I'll be rewriting Aristotle and Dante. I think I'd rewrite it so that Dante isn't such a bagel. An Enchantment of Ravens. Amy and Roger's Epic Detour. Passion by Lauren Kate. Okay. I don't have Amy and Roger's because I'm loaning it to a friend. I'm burning Passion. This book was crap. An Enchantment of Ravens was really good. Amy and Roger's was really good. I'm going to reread Amy and Roger's and rewrite this book. It was a little slow in the beginning. Speed that up a little bit. Mockingjay. Dune by two authors I don't recall. Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. Okay, so I don't own Dune by whoever those authors are. I think there are two of them. Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli and Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. I'm rereading this book. This book can't be touched. I love Simon. Okay, so I hated this book. And I was okay with Dune. Dune was boring. But it could be rewritten to be better. But at the same time, do I not want the conclusion to exist? Or do I want to change it so that I would like it? Because I hated this book. I hated this book. I loved the first two. See, they're showing off. Like, Catching Fire is, I love that book. That book is really good. I don't know if it's, my favorite now. If I were to reread it, I probably wouldn't like it. But Mockingjay was crap. If I rewrote it, I could make it not crap. Well, I mean, I don't know if I could. I'm not that good of a writer, but, no, yeah, I'm burning this book. There's no redemption for it. So I would be rewriting Dune by those two authors. I would make it not boring because it was boring and I didn't like the character's friend because she was shallow and whatever. But the end was good, so. And I'll be done after this one. Last one. Wrinkle in Time. A Call to Arms by Ernest Hemingway. The Death Cure by James Dashner. The Death Cure by James Dashner. A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway. And A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. French. Okay, so I'm rereading A Wrinkle in Time, because that's the only book of these three books that I liked. And then I hated both of these books. This was my least favorite book for a long time before I read Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. But I still hate this book. A lot. A lot. This book took me 2 months to read, and I hated it. It wasn't good. There was nothing that happened. It was just terrible. This book was also terrible, and I hate the entire series. So, I want to burn this one, but I also really, really, really want to burn this one. It's a fight to who gets to be burned. Who gets to die. Because these books are both really bad. In my opinion, I know other people might oh, The Death Cure, oh, classic. I hated both of them. A lot. And I feel you can't rewrite classics. I feel that's, against the law. You can't do that, because it's, But at the same time, this book could have been good. If it wasn't written the way it was written. No offense against Ernest Hemingway, I haven't read any of his other books, but, my brother idolized him, so he must be good with, his other books, his other Sun Also Rises, I haven't read it. So, I feel if he had rewritten this, I know this is, almost an Ernest Hemingway, autobiography, practically, but I want to burn this book. It's trash, and it doesn't deserve to exist. The whole series shouldn't exist. I'm burning this book. And I'm rewriting the classic. I'm going to make it more interesting, and I'm going to make more sense, and I'm going to take out all the talk about beers and boobs. That's what this book was about. And then also war, but beer and boobs. That's it. That's my burn, rewrite, reread tag thing. Goodbye. My name's Avery. I like books, and this is my first book tag. My bookshelves are ruined. Now I have to fix this. All of my books are messed up.